Jason Hoback's house today. A client called me out. He has a complaint of a leak. We were out here several years ago, and it's been probably 3 years since the client's called me. Originally, we had replaced the front of the connection on the front of the skimmer here. It was leaking a little bit. It was pretty old. And a few years later, a year or so later, he had complained about another leak. This pond is approximately 8 years old. Has some leaking issues and some concerns. He's going to point out a couple to me, and I see a couple right off the bat here where you can see where the water's leaking through the rock right here and coming out and coming down to the bottom down here, and it's on both sides. The water comes up from the skimmer pump, comes up through the top to a pebbled pool area where the water just filters up through the pool area there. A few years ago, I had gone through the upper stream bed and had noted 1 or 2 areas of concern that may be for water leaking out the sides. Pond's kind of old, needs a little bit of repair work, and a couple issues of that nature. So, client's called me out. He's on his way out, and he'll be out in just a moment. As you can see up here at the very top, how the water filters through the pebbles up here at the top, runs out the stream bed here in the bottom, and goes down to the koi down in the bottom. And pulled up some plant material about 4 or 5 years ago and really wanted to clean this out, and the client really didn't want me to do that at the time. Resealed one waterfall stone there, and went through the pond and kind of tightened it up a little bit. Don't know where he's going to say the leak is at this present time, but I'm sure he'll point it out, and has some pretty fish in here. Approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 14, 15 koi and 5 or 6 goldfish. Pond seems to be running well. Here's some leaking areas. There's one right here where the water's leaking out here. This needs to be refoamed and restacked and reset. The whole pond's really in the sense of where it needs to just kind of be gone through and possibly refoamed and redone. So let's see what he says about it this morning, and figure out what needs to be done from there. I pulled up all the liner on this side of the pond several years ago, and kind of went through it on this side several years ago, and just kind of went through the whole pond. So that's it for now. Let's see what the homeowner says about it all, and see what kind of idea we got for what we're going to do for repair. So I'm just waiting for the client to come out. I think he's on a conference call. So we'll just kind of go through everything and see what he says about the whole thing, and just kind of go from there. That's it for now. We'll see if we can get back here and look at one other thing real quick, and take a look at this. It's dripping pretty bad right there. Kind of staying in the pond, but the way these rocks are stacked, it looks like it's leaking right here. So anyway, that's it for now. We'll talk to the homeowner. It's a pretty pond. It's just an old pond. That's all. Some damage on the liner I noted a few years ago when I was here, when these rocks are all stacked up on this liner. There was no underlayment used, and underlayment really needs to be used in these applications. It's a pretty pond, though. As you see, the water hose is near the pond. 90% of the time when I come up on these ponds when they have leaks, usually the old trusty water hose is always standing by. Well, that's it for now. We'll just sit here and look at the pond. Some pretty koi. About a 7-foot waterfall right there. It's pretty. It's October the 12th, 2011.